Hey Gemini, what's up? How you doing? We're going to start this reading with the scripture for you. And it is, peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you, not as the world gives, do I give to you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. John 14:27. So remember that as you go through this week, God has given you his peace, so don't worry. Don't you worry about a thing. Okay, this is your predicted reading for the week of the 28th of July through the 3rd of August, 2025. God has certainly blessed it. Thank you, Heavenly Father. If you want to book a personal with me, Gemini, you should. Information is right underneath this video. And I appreciate those of you who have booked readings. I love reading. It's my happy place. Okay, so let's get into this. Your overall energy for the week, you have number 5, orphaned. And maybe that's why you got that certain scripture. What was it? Was it Joshua? Oh, Lord, I don't forgot that. But peace. You have God's peace with you. And he is with you. So don't let your heart be troubled. Don't let it be afraid. And number 5, orphan here, is about her heart being troubled and she's afraid, whether you're male or female. But, you know, this is because there's a sense of abandonment here. You'll be feeling like you're orphan. Like, where is everybody? Where are all my loved ones? Where are all my friends? Where are all the people who claim they love me? This week you might be feeling pretty isolated, pretty alone. Some of it will be real. Some of it will be because of your mentality, and maybe you don't want to see people, or the people who want to see you, you don't want to see them. So you're feeling like, nah, where's the love? But look, see, you got soulmates here too, number 41. So you got somebody who's got the key to your heart. You just maybe need to let them in, because they're there. And these could be romantic. This could be your partner, your husband, your wife, whoever you're dating, or this could be, a parent or a sibling or a friend. But I think that, your twins will be showing this week where, you have the love, you got a soulmate who's right there. This is the overall backup energy for the week, so you don't have to feel orphaned because somebody's right here holding the key to your heart. Now, if you're not seeing that, then that's on you. It could be one twin side is like, oh, I'm so alone, and the other twin side is like, but actually I'm not, because I'm married and somebody loves me. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of, you might have to shake yourself up this week and get out of the fog of feeling like, people aren't there for you. Maybe you do get ghosted, but okay, there's still somebody who loves you and, will help you through it. So, you can look at it either way, but I think it's way more healthier if you look at it and consider who you still have versus who you don't have. What you can expect this week, you have number 20, which is imagine. So envisioning, your new reality, envisioning what you want, thinking about, if I could set my life to look exactly how I want it to be, what would that look like? And not just imagining, but actually, even taking some steps towards it, whether they're teeny tiny steps, writing them down, that's a step. Whether it's actually doing something, that's a big step. So this week, you'll probably find yourself a lot in your mind, a lot thinking about how you can really make your life the way you want it to look. The only thing with that is, our imaginations can be very, very big. And if you think it, you can have it, but timing may have to deal with it. If other people are involved, we can't control other people. So you can imagine, but you've also got to give room for grace. You got to give room for God's plan, because that's what's going to prevail. But, it doesn't mean that you won't be in sync with God. There'll be some things that you're imagining that actually do happen and come true. And there'll be some things that you imagine that won't. But that just means something better will. So, wish upon a star, make your plans no matter how big and how, outrageous they may be. And, just we'll see what comes of it. Now you have number 43, which is deep knowing. And this is coming up in your unexpected. So kind of like what I was just saying about being in sync with God, being on his plans. It's like unexpectedly you'll realize that God is really truly in control. You know, you'll have a deep knowing that, like I say, your imagination is cool, but what God has planned is far better. Because our minds are not nowhere near as advanced as God's. He even talks about it. It's in Isaiah. I think it's Isaiah 54, the 54th chapter. But God is saying, your ways are not my ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. As far as the heavens are higher, so are my ways higher than yours. Like, child, who do you think you are? I am God. You know what I mean? That's what he's saying to us. And I can do what you can't even imagine. And so I feel like this week, speaking of imagine, I feel like this week, unexpectedly, you'll be getting that kind of reminder that, you don't got to worry. You don't got to fret. You don't got to think yourself. You don't got to think your life through this whole week from, now until finish. Like, no, just relax, knowing that God is in control, that he got you and he's got your life. So, yeah, I think this orphan situation is probably going to bother you some, but you shouldn't, you shouldn't let it bother you. Oh, damn, Gemini. Chaos and conflict, number 33. You know what this is telling me, and I'm not trying to put a blame, but I think you did something. I think something happened, and now you might be receiving your karma this week. Let's just be real. And I do not know. I'm just reading the cards. You apply it how you can. But this is, chaos and conflict. The zebra is losing his stripes. This is... It's not just only about changes, and this is coming up in your likely outcome. This is about change that maybe it's overdue, so it's very chaotic and it's very conflicted. This could be, this could be something that was maybe prevented from happening a while ago. And so now, if it would have happened when it was tried, okay, it would be so much better. But maybe because there was some prevention or there could have been some longing, like, no, I don't want this to happen. It went from okay to maybe being ugly. You know what I mean? To maybe it didn't have to get to this point where there's like calamities and there's anger and there's sadness and there's brokenness. Like, it didn't have to get there, but it is. It got there. And again, not saying it was you. It could be somebody else that caused this, because you're over here feeling abandoned and orphaned, like people left you. But don't forget, you got a soulmate. You got somebody who really truly does love you. And so I feel like this week you need to lean on them, really reach out. You have number 41, 5, 20, 43, and 33. Because a lot of times, we cause situations and then want to act like we don't know why or what happened. Like, come on now. We're too grown for that. If we know what we did, then let's just fess up and deal with it. Apologies, please, thank you. These are words that, can move mountains if used. Okay, likely outcome. You got a main female, number 2. So yes, she is the main character in this. This could be you. This could be somebody, if you're male, somebody you're dealing with, if you're female, whatever. But this week, this main female is going to be requiring maybe a lot of attention. Oh, see, you got gift here. So you got gifts coming in too this week. Deep knowing is a gift. Your soulmate is a gift. Somebody could be presenting you with an actual present. Maybe let's mend, make up, be friends. Maybe you're the one giving the gift. It could be monetary or material, but it's something that you'll be able to unwrap and should put a smile on your face, should lighten the mood. With this main female, for some reason, maybe she left, or maybe she's the one who caused the abandonment. Main female, she is exactly that. There's like really nobody else in her orbit. She is the center of attention. And when people act like that, they can find themselves alone, because it's like you don't got no care or concern for nobody else. Like, who wants to deal with that? So it could be that main female syndrome that may have you like, damn, where is everybody? Where'd they go? Ugh, good gracious. Okay, guys, this might not be the best week for you, but it happens. We have those weeks. Despair, number 32. Yeah, it's the mind. It's going to be real important for you, Gemini, to listen to your heart. This week, your mind is going to be feeling probably a lot of negativity with orphaned and despair here. So try to imagine, positive. Try to imagine good things. Like I say earlier, things how you really want your life to look. And do it in a way that it focuses more on, positive possibilities than negativity and despair and nobody's hiring and I'm sitting out with my dog and we're hungry, which isn't necessarily true. I mean, he might be that right now, but he's going home. He's going to eat later. He's going to feed his dog later. But just in this moment, there's a lot of despair. So watch your mind. Unexpected, number 34, occupation. This could have something to do with work, whatever's going on this week. Occupation is just, focusing on your skill, on your craft, while the midst of all this other stuff is going on. If you have some kind of hobby that you do, focus on that this week. Whatever kind of can take your mind off things that make you feel sad and in despair and all that, like, maybe you need to seek some kind of occupation in, spiritual or religious industries, possibly. Maybe that's a good path for you. But, unexpectedly, you'll have some kind of deep knowing about your occupation and what you need to do there. And then we have number 20, house. So there could be some chaos and conflict at home, within the home structure. Again, though, you have gift and soulmate, so try not to, let the negativity prevail this week. Like I say, there may be some even construction and destruction going on at your house, but to rebuild, right? To fix anything that was needing fixing. Sometimes you got to tear it down so you can build it back up properly. So that's what I got for you, Gemini. I hope it blessed you, honey. Like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to you soon.